Ever wondered why giving her space might be the golden ticket to winning her attention? Imagine this scenario. You've poured your heart into pursuing her, yet the more you chase, the more elusive she becomes. Then you choose a different tactic: silence. Suddenly, the dynamics shift dramatically. Welcome to today's discussion, where we merge the ancient wisdom of Stoicism with modern dating psychology. In this video, we delve into why stepping back can sometimes be the most powerful step forward in attracting a woman. It's not just about playing hard to get. It's about embodying the Stoic virtues of self-discipline and emotional independence. By strategically withdrawing, you don't just capture her interest. You ignite her desire to pursue and engage with you. Prepare to uncover how minimalism in attention can maximize attraction. We'll explore how creating space can lead to a stronger, more genuine connection. Ready to see how less can truly be more? Stay tuned, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more transformative insights into your relationships. Number 1. Realizing your value. Imagine this. When you stop always trying to win her approval or capture her attention, something powerful happens. You transform into a rare and valuable gem that suddenly everyone wants to find. Here's the twist. By stepping back from the chase, both you and she begin to see your true value. Think about it like this. When you were always there, always ready and available, it was easy for her to overlook you. Maybe she didn't realize how much you brought to the table. But now, by giving some space, it's like you've turned on a spotlight on your own contributions. She isn't just noticing your presence anymore, she's feeling the impact of your absence. That absence speaks volumes. Maybe it's the way you could always make her smile on a rough day, or the precise way you showed support during tough times. Perhaps it's those small, thoughtful actions, like remembering a song she loves, or bringing her comfort food just when she needed a lift. Now, she finds herself alone with her thoughts, revisiting all the ways you enriched her life, many of which she may not have fully appreciated until now. Those quiet moments, the private jokes, the spontaneous messages, the understanding glances. These memories are now looping in her mind, turning what was once routine into something she misses deeply. From a Stoic standpoint, this shift isn't just about her noticing you're gone, it's about you reclaiming your self-esteem. By pulling back and not chasing validation, you're embracing a fundamental Stoic principle, valuing yourself and not basing your happiness or identity on someone else's recognition. This isn't about playing games with her feelings. It's about realizing that your worth doesn't hinge on how much attention or love you receive from someone else. When you stop pursuing her, you start driving your own story. As you live your life on your own terms, investing in what makes you happy, chasing your dreams, and focusing on personal growth, she begins to see how much you truly added to her best times. She starts to miss those moments when you were her rock, the one who brought joy, support, and warmth without asking for anything back. Now, she's starting to see your true worth, not because you demanded her gaze, but because you chose to step back and let her feel the emptiness. So, while you're out there enjoying life, learning, and growing, she's reaching a new understanding. You were not just another choice, but a vital part of her life. And let me tell you, my friend, when she comes to this realization, it's as if she's uncovered a treasure, a gem always there, but only now truly seen. And that recognition? That's where your strength lies. You've stopped chasing, and now she might just be the one looking for you. Now that we've unpacked the power of stepping back and realizing your value, it's time to pause and reflect. Take a moment to consider how this applies to your own life. Have you been constantly seeking validation, or have you allowed yourself the space to truly be valued for who you are? If this message resonates with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Share your experience, or simply type, "I am my own treasure," if you're beginning to see how valuable you truly are. Your reflections are always welcome, and they might just inspire someone else on this same journey. Let's keep the conversation going as we move on to the next point. Number 2, growing attraction. We often hear that absence makes the heart grow fonder, and while it might seem like an overused phrase, there's significant truth in it. Let's delve deeper, blending this idea with Stoic insights. When you pull back, you're not just creating absence, you're crafting intrigue, mystery, and, most importantly, value. Here's what I mean. Imagine you stop the constant texting, calling, and striving to impress her. You turn your focus inward, to your aspirations, your growth, and your self-development. From the Stoic viewpoint, your strength resides here. You're not seeking her validation or reassurance anymore. Your purpose anchors you, and this quiet confidence radiates powerfully, without you needing to say a word. Consider how she perceives this change. Your phone calls and messages become rare. You're not trying to gain her favor by any means necessary. Suddenly, you're not as accessible, sparking her curiosity. She wonders about your activities. Are you pursuing your dreams? Are you dedicating time to your career or your passions? This builds the mystery around you. You become a riddle she's drawn to solve. Your absence lets her imagine the person you're evolving into. She begins to see you in a fresh light, noticing qualities that your previous pursuits might have masked. She remembers why she was attracted to you: your wit, your drive, your humor. It's like she's rediscovering you, and your allure strengthens because you've stopped chasing her. The Stoic philosophy teaches us that external approval is beyond our control. We can only manage our responses and our mindset. By stepping back, you're practicing this control. You demonstrate that your contentment doesn't hinge on her presence, conveying self-respect, independence, and serenity, traits inherently attractive. As you release the urge to pursue her, she senses the change. If she was once the focal point of your universe, your shifted attention leaves a gap, enhancing her attraction. She begins to ponder your whereabouts, your actions, and why you're less available. This mystery deepens her interest. But there's more. When you cease the pursuit, you send a clear message. You value yourself. You won't compromise your dignity or self-esteem for anyone's attention. This Stoic mindset shines through. You stay calm, composed, and detached from needing her approval. You concentrate on what you can control: your life, your growth, and this speaks volumes more than any elaborate gestures. Over time, she'll start missing you, appreciating the nuances that initially caught her eye. Perhaps it's your knack for the right words, your subtle confidence, or the shared moments that seem to pause time. With you not in plain sight, all these traits become clearer, more appealing, and she starts to see you under a new light. Gentlemen, this is the paradox of attraction at play. Often, the strongest move is no move at all. By refraining from pursuit, by sparing her the barrage of your attention, you let her interest in you blossom naturally, without any pressure. Number 3, she gets curious. Picture this scenario. You've been relentlessly pursuing her, always the one initiating contact and trying to be in her sight, almost like a kid chasing a kite on a windy day. Every morning starts with you sending her a message, and you often find yourself at places she frequents, just hoping she'll notice. Then suddenly, you stop. The good morning texts end. The coincidental meetups cease. It's like you've vanished from her radar, and all she's left with is a quiet emptiness. Now, what do you think unfolds next? This is the point where everything shifts. By stepping back, you disrupt the familiar pattern she's grown accustomed to. Her mind starts buzzing with questions. What's going on? Why did he suddenly pull back? Now you're an enigma, a puzzle she can't solve, and this is exactly where her fascination begins to build. This approach is deeply Stoic. Instead of striving to control the outcome, you let things evolve naturally, without desperation. Curiosity is a basic part of human nature, especially when things deviate from the expected. When you cease the chase and stop pouring all your energy into her, she begins to ponder about you. She'll find herself checking her phone for any missed messages from you, or when she hears your name mentioned, she'll pay more attention, curious about your activities. Suddenly, she's the one left in suspense, contemplating where you've disappeared to, what you're up to, and why you've stopped seeking her attention. Consider this. The more you chase, the more they sense they have the upper hand. Your continuous pursuit hands them the control. But when you withdraw and stop seeking her approval, you experience a profound transformation. You reclaim your power. Now, she thinks about you more, not because you are pursuing her, but because your absence has sparked her curiosity. In that newfound space, she wonders if she might have missed out on something significant, if she could have lost your interest, or if you've moved on to new adventures or new companions. This shift mirrors Stoic wisdom perfectly. Constantly seeking someone's approval is a form of attachment. But when you step back and detach from the need for her attention, you liberate yourself from the chase's anxiety and become more appealing in the process. Your self-confidence and assurance radiate, as you're no longer reliant on her validation to feel secure in yourself. Here's a powerful truth. People are attracted to what seems out of reach. When you stop chasing and become that unresolved riddle, she finds herself increasingly thinking about you. Not because you're playing games, but because you've turned into something intriguing, someone that provokes thought. By simply stepping back and allowing her curiosity to take over, you've turned into the most compelling part of her day. She'll notice the change, and before you know it, she'll be the one pursuing you, eager to discover why you're suddenly on her mind so much. And that, my friends, is how you effortlessly flip the script. You transform into the puzzle she's eager to solve, the mystery that continuously captivates her. By not needing her, you become the man she finds herself irresistibly drawn to. The more you focus on your own well-being and peace of mind, the more magnetic you become. Before we dive into the next point, let's take a moment to reflect on this powerful shift. By stepping back and allowing her curiosity to grow, you essentially give her the space to realize your value without constantly pushing for her attention. It's a subtle yet profound change, rooted in Stoic philosophy, where detachment leads to inner strength and a natural attraction. What do you think about this approach? Have you ever experienced a similar situation? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if this resonates with you, just type, "I reclaim my power." It's a simple statement, but one that signifies control over your own energy and confidence. Number 4, she takes time to reflect. Here's an interesting observation. When you take a step back, something quite powerful starts to happen within her thoughts. Your absence doesn't just fade into the background. Instead, it sparks a period of self-reflection she might not have experienced before. It's almost like you've placed a mirror before her, and for the first time, she's seeing herself from a completely different angle. She begins to rethink everything. Was she too dismissive last time she canceled your plans? Were her replies lackluster, or did her laughter at your stories seem insincere? She may start to ponder whether her actions contributed to your distance. This is where it gets captivating. Her mind turns into a kind of courtroom, where she stands as both the accused and the judge. She replays old conversations, pores over texts, and re-examines previous interactions, searching for any missteps. Did she come off as distant? Was her tone a bit frosty? This isn't just fleeting worry. It's a thorough, soul-searching journey where she starts to question her behavior from a perspective she hasn't considered before. She's rifling through the memories of your time together, compelled to scrutinize her behavior, her attitudes, and her readiness to connect emotionally. But why does this happen? It's because your stepping away has left a gap, a silence where there used to be constant engagement. This emptiness leads her to question not just the nature of your relationship, but her own self as well. And this is where Stoic wisdom shines. By pulling back, you exercise emotional restraint and detachment, fundamental Stoic virtues. Rather than responding to her actions with desperation or attempts to mend things immediately, you choose to focus on yourself. You're not seeking her approval or reassurance. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." You've opted not to pursue, but to allow her to reach her own insights. This shift often guides her to an unexpected realization: self-improvement. She might recognize that she wasn't as committed as she could have been, or that she took your interest for granted. Perhaps she sees that she didn't make enough effort, and now, with the space you've provided, she starts to make changes. This period of reflection helps her grow, becoming more conscious of how she treats you and those around her. And that's the true beauty of Stoicism in relationships. It lets her reach these conclusions on her own, without coercion or manipulation. Meanwhile, you're out there living your best life, concentrating on your personal growth and ambitions. You're not merely waiting for her return. You're embodying the Stoic ideal of resilience, advancing regardless of the situation. This stance is profoundly empowering. You've mastered the arts of detachment and self-control, knowing that your worth comes from within, not from her attention. When you decide to reconnect, you'll likely discover that she's undergone a transformation. She's more attentive, more grateful, and possibly more attracted to you than before. Why? Because your absence gave her the space to reflect and realize what she might be losing. It's a win-win. You've both evolved, you've both improved, and now the relationship dynamic has shifted in your favor. So remember, when you stop chasing her, you're not losing out. In fact, you're gaining an advantage by demonstrating emotional strength and giving her the chance to reflect and grow. This is the essence of Stoic power in relationships, letting go of the urge to chase and allowing both of you to develop into better versions of yourselves. Number 5, she adjusts her focus. Consider this scenario. When you're constantly around, she might overlook the small ways you enhance her day. Perhaps your chats lifted her spirits, or your company brought her peace. Yet she didn't fully appreciate these things because they were always available. However, once you step back, the quiet that follows prompts her to reflect. She begins to realize what she's missing, and starts to understand why she didn't cherish those moments earlier. This shift goes beyond mere psychology. It embodies a Stoic lesson, releasing what's beyond your grasp. Stoicism advises focusing on oneself and detaching one's joy from others' deeds, thus regaining personal strength. By withdrawing, you're not toying with her feelings. Instead, you're providing her the chance to discover your value independently. Take another example. If you've always been the one calling your friend to hang out, she might take your initiative for granted, assuming you'll always reach out. But if you pause, that gap might lead her to ponder why you're not calling, why she misses those fun outings. This might encourage her to value your efforts more and possibly reignite her interest in connecting with you. When her priorities shift to include you more thoughtfully, it signifies more than a passing fancy. It shows she values your role in her life and is ready to invest in the relationship. This change wouldn't occur if you hadn't stepped back. By applying Stoic wisdom and letting go of the pursuit for her validation, you give her the space to recognize your importance at her own pace. In essence, when a woman begins to refocus her attention to include you significantly, it's a strong indication that she's not just curious, she's committed. This adjustment in priorities only comes when you cease the chase and allow her to approach you. So remember, sometimes the best way to progress is to retreat, release control, and trust that what is meant to be will naturally unfold. If you've made it this far, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Drop a comment below and share your experiences. Or, if this message resonates with you, simply type, "I embrace the power of letting go," to affirm your understanding. Your voice matters, and I'd love to see how you're connecting with these ideas. Now, let's continue. Number 6, she comes to realize her emotions. Picture yourself tirelessly working to grab her attention, investing in every chat, every little action, every single moment. But then you pause, not from frustration or defeat, but from a profound insight, deeply rooted in Stoic wisdom. By halting your pursuit, you offer her something unexpected, the chance to really ponder your relationship. This is when everything shifts. It feels like a subtle change in the atmosphere. Suddenly, you're not as available, and your attention isn't hers on demand. Just like that, the dynamics change. When you take a step back, it's as if you've ignited a thought in her, a realization that wasn't clear to her before. She starts to experience emotions previously buried. This idea is straight from Stoicism, which advises us to release our grip on what we can't control and focus on our internal world, our actions, our behaviors. When you cease the chase, you detach from external outcomes, like her reactions or her attention. Instead, you work on your own inner peace, your resilience, your self-esteem. This self-focus allows her the space to reflect on her true feelings toward you. Earlier, when you were always around, messaging, calling, planning, she didn't really have to think about the significance of your presence. It might have even been something she took for granted. But now, with your absence, there's a gap, and as they say, nature abhors a vacuum. She begins to notice things previously overlooked, like how your words brought her joy or the comfort she felt knowing you were close. It's as if you've paused a film, and she's now revisiting all the key scenes in her mind, those moments easily ignored when you were always in sight. Here lies the true strength. As Marcus Aurelius often stated, the obstacle to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. By stepping back, your absence becomes the very element that makes her recognize your importance. She may find herself smiling at a joke you made, or realize how silent her phone is without your texts. Each realization builds on the previous one, leading to a powerful revelation. Your presence added value to her life, a value she didn't recognize until you stepped back. Remember, this realization doesn't happen overnight. It's gradual, like embers that slowly build into a fire. She might start daydreaming about you, wondering where you are, who you're with, and crucially, why you're not there. She feels the sting of your absence, pushing her to deal with her own emotions. The beauty of it? She reaches this understanding on her own. You didn't need to persuade her or change her mind. It happened because you gave her the space to experience it. So, gentlemen, the most effective way to capture her heart may not be through relentless pursuit and effort. Instead, it might be found in the quiet power of stepping back and allowing her to confront her feelings. Let her realize what she had when she had you, and when she reaches that moment of clarity, it will be all the more profound because it was her choice, not a result of your pressure. That's the Stoic way in action. Control yourself, and everything else will fall into place. Number 7, the worry of losing you. Imagine this scenario. The second you stop pursuing her, everything shifts. It's as though you've changed the game, and she suddenly finds herself unsure of your continued interest. What used to be a chase, your attempts to capture her attention, has now morphed into her pondering why you've stepped back. This change sparks a profound worry within her, the worry that she might lose you. When something we've grown accustomed to starts to pull away, it naturally makes us value it more because it seems like it's slipping from our grasp. This is a potent psychological tactic, deeply ingrained in human behavior. We all desire what seems just out of reach, and by pulling back, you've made yourself scarce. You transition from being readily available to a mystery, a coveted prize that isn't as accessible as before. Suddenly, she finds herself thinking about you more. You've become unpredictable and elusive, and this uncertainty shakes up her feelings. She may find herself constantly checking her phone, waiting for a text that comes less frequently now. She might question whether she did something wrong or pushed you away. In these moments, her worry about losing you begins to intensify. Here's where the principles of Stoicism smoothly integrate into this dynamic. By choosing not to pursue her, you demonstrate control over your emotions and affirm that your self-worth isn't dependent on her approval. You adopt an indifferent stance towards the outcome, a fundamental Stoic belief. Rather than responding emotionally or forcing a connection, you maintain a serene detachment. This doesn't imply you don't care. Rather, it shows you recognize your own value and refuse to plead for affection. What usually follows? Often, her worry about losing you propels her into action. The noticeable absence of your efforts makes her feel the change keenly. She might start initiating more contact, sending texts, or trying to rekindle the spark. Essentially, she begins to exert the effort you once did, attempting to reclaim the connection she fears is fading. Consider how this reflects Stoic wisdom. By stepping back, you allow her to appreciate the value of your previous engagement fully. You give her space to realize what she might lose. This isn't about playing games, it's about understanding the natural give and take in relationships. When you cease the chase, you're not playing a game. You're focusing on your growth, your peace, and your well-being. And by doing so, you offer her the opportunity to step forward. This approach is impactful, yet it carries a responsibility. As a Stoic, your motivation should be self-respect, not control. Your decision to step back isn't about manipulating her interest, but about reaffirming that your happiness doesn't hinge on someone else's acceptance. It's about knowing your worth and opting not to pursue what doesn't benefit you. When you pull away, you create a chance for her to truly value your presence, to fear its absence, and to contemplate what your presence means in her life. In the end, the fear of losing you is effective because it demonstrates that you are complete on your own. You don't need someone else to fulfill you. That's where true strength resides. As we wrap up this point, take a moment to reflect on how this dynamic plays out in relationships. Have you ever experienced a shift like this, where stepping back changed everything? It's fascinating how creating space can invite someone to reassess what they've taken for granted. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, whether you've seen it in your own life or if it resonates with how you approach relationships. Feel free to leave a comment below sharing your perspective, or just type, "I know my worth," if this message speaks to you. Let's dive into the next idea with that mindset. Number 8, stirring her competitive edge. Imagine this. You've been the one always chasing her, tipping the scales of power in her favor. She had it easy, soaking up your attention with zero effort. But what happens when you step back? Suddenly, the tables turn. Now, she's the one feeling the urge to chase, to win over your interest. It's no longer just about her catching your eye. She's also got to consider that others might be vying for your glance, lighting a new fire within her. This drive isn't just about jealousy, though that could play a part. Deep down, it's about her proving her worth to herself. She wants to demonstrate that she's deserving of your focus, your time, and your energy. The moment you stop the pursuit is the moment she realizes your attention isn't guaranteed. You might notice her taking extra care with her appearance, or suddenly showing interest in your hobbies, be it your favorite music, sports, or those secluded spots you love visiting. She's trying to remind you why you were drawn to her initially, effectively becoming the pursuer, much like you were initially. And ironically, the more you pull away, the harder she tries to bridge the gap. But it gets even better. This isn't just about her trying to win you back. It's about her striving to be her best self. Whether she's aware of it or not, she's upping her game. The efforts she makes to impress you are also pushing her personal growth. Here's where Stoic wisdom shines. Stoicism teaches the importance of self-control, patience, and recognizing that we can only control ourselves, not others. By choosing to step back and not let your emotions lead you to incessantly pursue her, you display a calm confidence that's genuinely attractive. You're showing her that your worth comes from within, not from her approval. This stance of being content and unaffected is what truly stirs her to action, highlighting that if she doesn't make a move, someone else just might. Ultimately, you transform into someone unexpectedly worthy of pursuit, a prize in a game she didn't realize she was playing. Her innate competitiveness will urge her to step up to the plate. So, gentlemen, sometimes the most powerful move is to simply step back and let her come to you. By doing so, you not only ignite her drive to compete, but also live out the Stoic virtues of inner peace and self-reliance. You're not chasing after anyone. You're allowing things to unfold as they should. In this space, she will either step up or you'll be free to move on, secure in the knowledge that your value was never hinged on her from the start. As we wrap up today's discussion, it's crucial to understand that sometimes the best way to pique a woman's interest is to take a step back. This approach isn't just about changing the usual pace. It's about valuing yourself and maintaining your dignity. Stoic wisdom tells us that our true power lies within ourselves. By focusing on your own life instead of relentlessly pursuing someone else, you naturally become more appealing. This space allows her to think things over, and often, she'll start to see just what she's been overlooking. This strategy isn't about playing mind games. It's about respecting yourself and radiating confidence. When you stop looking for approval from others, you take back your power and exude a serene, confident vibe that attracts people naturally. If you found this talk helpful, please leave a comment below and share your experiences. Remember to hit like and subscribe for more insights like this one. Check out the recommended videos on your screen for more tips on mastering the art of attraction. Thanks for joining me today. Catch you in the next video.